there are here two issues, is whether the violence is coming to an end, okay? That I don't think is accurate. I think we'll see more of it. Now, whether this kind of violence has a horizon or a future in the longer run, I certainly do not think so. Okay. And there is the other issue is the whole fundamentalist Islamist phenomenon. Okay. Whether itself, whether violent or mainstream or semi-violent sometimes, okay, whether this whole thing has a future, okay. And here also I would say no, and for partly historical reasons, is why did the fundamentalist movement arise in the first place? And I think it arose much more as a reaction rather than an inactive movement, which is a genuine, let's say, awakening or a genuine act of establishing something new in Islam or something like that. I don't think it is so at all. Throughout the 20th century, the control of Islam as a religion, as ideology, as practice, and as establishments, power establishment, the power structures of Islam, have lost a lot of control over the societies over which they once controlled. In other words, their control has eroded. Just to give some examples, is that, for example, they always controlled whatever educational system existed in a Muslim society. That has been completely lost. Yeah. They have controlled always the judiciary, okay, and that by say the middle of the 20th century had been lost in almost all key Arab countries and almost all other Muslim countries. The exception is Saudi Arabia. They have lost control over the doctrines of the armies with the modernization of our, Arab armies, Islamic armies, okay? The mullahs, the priests, and so on, have become completely marginal. And they deal with the soldiers pretty much on an individual basis rather than as an Islamic army, as they used to, say, during the Mamluks or during the Ottomans. Usually, the media used to be the sermon on Friday, for example, okay, and now it became television, for example. Before that, radio, okay. These also have gone out of their hand completely. The universities, okay, the higher education have gone completely out of their hands. The thing that is left for the power structures of Islam is family law. And I think of the fundamentalist movement that activated itself strongly under the rule of President Sadat in Egypt after the 1973 Arab-Israeli war, which the Israelis call the Yom Kippur war. We call it the October War. After that, they are out basically to reconquer what they think is lost territory that they have some kind of entitlement to or some kind of a right to. And if they say, take back women to the home, this means basically that the women have gone out of the home. If they say we want the immediate application of Sharia law, this means that Sharia law is not being applied, okay, except in a place like Saudi Arabia. And in this, they are right, okay. And this is why I think of them as a reaction movement, all right, which want, or if you want to call it a restoration movement, okay, a legitimist movement, okay, which wants to retrieve territory that had been lost to them.